a lot of people are pointing out that Nike has decided to champion a furry in order to sell shoes. This is unacceptable. Like, how dare they? Do they not know we live in a Christian society? All jokes aside, though, first of all, when a company chooses someone, they're not championing them, right? Like, they're not a kingdom championing a hero. They're there to make business. And so the only question that matters is it's going to sell more shoes or not. Now, in order to answer that, we have to understand who this furry is. Because there are many furries out there. Why did they pick this particular one? Well, this furry is a Mortal Kombat champion. Apparently, he's the best. Sonic Fox is his name. And he's really big in the NetherRealm community. He did try to branch out into other fighting games. Didn't manage to score any victories there. And so, yeah, he's the Mortal Kombat champion. Now, when you look at fighting games, especially like places like Mortal Kombat, there's a lot of black people in the community, and there's a lot of Asians. But predominantly black people. Now, I don't know why this is, but it's kind of like it used to be when esports was actually popular, that different genres had different ethnicities predominantly overrepresented. Like, for instance, Counter-Strike is overrepresented by Eastern European, Russians in particular. When the war happened in Russia and Ukraine, you notice a huge drop of players in Counter-Strike. League of Legends, same thing. Like, a lot of Chinese people, a lot of Russians, right? And so in the fighting game community, you have a disproportionate number of black people, and they're the ones that secure a lot of championships. They're the ones that win a lot. And you also have Asians. I can understand why you have Asians, because back then, arcades would release first in Japan, so like they would have 6 or 7 months to play with the game before everyone else. But the thing is, like, again, you got a lot of black people, right? Now, if you look at black culture in America, they gravitate towards certain brands of shoes, okay? So, like, Nikkei giving Sonic Fox a contract in order to sell shoes, well, it means that the people that like him, and there are quite a lot, because, again, he's a Mortal Kombat tournament winner, and he's got, like, a big subscribing base, it pretty much guarantees that they're going to be like, oh yeah, Nike, yeah, I need new shoes, going to buy some. Are there any people that are going to choose not to buy Nike because they chose Sonic Fox? I would be shocked if there's like a huge percentage of people that are going to Bud Light Nike because of their choice. So from Nike's perspective, I think they're going to make money of this. Like, I think they made a good pick. The only people losing are going to be the furries. And I'll explain why. If we have noticed anything since the pandemic, is that your hobbies going mainstream is not a good idea. Especially if you're into some bizarre fetish. Anime has been at the forefront of this. Like, for the last 2 years, ever since the Vice article, weebs have been bullied consistently. Online and offline, and there have been regulations and shit, right? Like, payment processors started cracking down on weebs. And all of this is because anime has gone popular. Now, furries, funny enough, if you go on Twitter, you would notice that they were at the forefront of attacking weebs. Like, a lot of furries would go after anime people and discords and do raids and shit. And it's kind of interesting, right? Because, like, they're the ones that would call people that like anime, they would call them pedophiles, right? Like, if you like a 17-year-old anime girl like Uzaki-chan, you're probably into molesting children. And so the furries, they waged war. They allied with other trolls and waged war against anime. Funny enough, and I've noticed this, some websites and payment processors are now starting to consider furry to be bestiality. And it's kind of hard to make the argument that it's not. I mean, you know, at the end of the day, you like dog cock. You know, you can say that anthropomorphic. You can say that, oh, well, it's different. No, like, you like don't cook, my brother in Christ. You're not going to explain to grandma that what you are doing is actually not bestiality and there are like some subtle difference. No. Right? And so them making their hobbies go mainstream is them asking for it. Like, you do not want your furry fandom to ever make the papers. I remember when I was a furry myself, and there was this gentleman, Kage, right? He was a scientist, a chemist, had a PhD. He was organizing a lot of the furry conventions. I don't know what happened to him. I don't know the drama because I haven't been a furry for more than 20 years now. But the wise things that Uncle Kage would say is that you do not talk to reporters, you do not go in front of the cameras. Like, our community is a taboo community, right? Like the BDSM community, like many other adult communities that are taboo. Why the fuck would you want grandma to try and understand this? She won't understand this, right? Like, do not go in front of the cameras, do not talk to reporters, do not brag about it. You know, treat it the exact same way that any adult subject should be treated in private. Unfortunately, you know, like a lot of furries don't seem to understand this, and they're fucking around, and they're going to find out exactly like the anime community has found out. And, you know, it's all fun and games until the payment processors step in, and you're going to experience bans and shit. Not to mention, you know, there are certain countries where bestiality is illegal and the law is very ambiguous. Like, it doesn't really describe what it is and what it means. And you're going to have furry artists, you know, drawing My Little Pony or God knows what the fuck. And they can get in trouble. But, like, again, with the anime, this was unthinkable 15 years ago or 10 years ago, right? But there was a case recently where a guy went to an anime convention in the United States. And when he returned to Ireland, at the airport, they found him with a dakimakura. That's like an anime pillow that has an anime cartoon on it. I don't fucking know what the cartoon was. I have no idea, but I do know that he got arrested. And now he's going to be treated exactly the same as if he had child pornography there, right? Like, there's no difference. Like, in Ireland, when you're going to hear that someone was diddling kids, you gotta ask. It's like, okay, what are we talking about, Pokemon and Sailor Moon? Or, like, Jeffrey Epstein stuff. Because, like, I need to know how to assess the danger. Right? But why did it happen? It happened because anime went mainstream. The furries that are happy that Nikkei is featuring Sonic Fox should reconsider. And Sonic Fox himself should have reconsidered. Like, again, I understand that it's part of his identity and all. But there's this idea of representation, right? Like, the woke pushed it. And the idea is kind of like this, you know, you have rotten apples. People don't like rotten apples, and the reason they don't like it is because they were taught by society not to like it. Like, disliking rotten apples is a social construct. And so, if we put rotten apples everywhere, if we put them on every billboard, we put them in TV shows, in cartoons, we put it in Disney, cartoons for kids, they get to see rotten apples, and we get to put it on buses and on big display, and everyone that talks shit about rotten apples gets fired. People will eventually start liking rotten apples. Well, it turns out that's not how it works, right? When you put it on billboards, people are disgusted by the billboards. When you put it in Disney movies, people start getting disgusted with Disney. When you put it in video games, people start getting disgusted with the video game, right? So, like, representation, especially with taboo things, is not necessarily going to win you any favors, right? Like, it's not going to get people to be like, oh, yeah, well, this is actually good. You know, I always was disgusted by it, but now that it's in my face all the fucking time, I guess I have to change my mind. No, this is not how it works, right? And so, Sonic Fox, you know, I'm pretty sure, like, he doesn't care, but he is negatively affecting his furry community. A community which I'm glad that I'm no longer part of. But you don't want people to start looking at the taboo things you're doing. And there is a curse that, honestly, like, I don't know why it didn't caught on. Like, it should have been more popular than it is. But may your hobbies go mainstream is probably, like, the worst insult that I have ever heard on the internet. Let me know what you guys think. And as usual, I will see you in the comment section. Take care.